Welcome to Fish 2. We did this fish in Fish 1, and I better turn my light on. And I went ahead and did the background a little bit. I put the seaweed grass growing up and colored it in, and I put a few bubbles in it. And I thought he turned out really pretty with the grass behind him. And so I thought I colored him, and I started by doing this little painting on him. You can see how pretty. And we're going to do some painting and some dotting. And I'm just going to show you how I did the grass. Now I'm going to do a point. I don't know if you can see that, but it's just a 0.5 micron marker, and these are waterproof, smudge proof, and everything else. So let me just show you how simple this is. This is really not hard at all. Think about an S, how an S goes. So you're just going to start up here, and I did these in pencil, and then I erased the pencil after I came back over with the ink. But I think I can do this. I think. So anyway, so I'm just going to start at the top, and I'm just going to, maybe I am. And I'm just going to make kind of an S, and I'm going to come down below here. If my pen's going to continue to work like that. And then I'm going to come back up here. And what I'm going to do, I have to press a little harder, is just cross it over. So when you pull it down, you're just kind of crossing it back and forth over itself. Okay? So let's try it again. So you're just kind of making an S. It's because my pen doesn't want to write. I don't know if I have another. Another 5. Oh, there they are, way back there. Let's see if I have a different one, if it's going to work. Sometimes these get cranky. I didn't mean to shake my camera. Let me just see if this one is going to work any better. Well, that's got the wrong. That's something you got to watch. So somewhere in here, here's a different kind of a pen. That one's bigger. Let's see if the one. Let's see if the 3 will work. Okay, well, let's go back to the one that hardly works. That's a different one. I don't trust that brand. So all I'm doing is come down. So I'm going to kind of come around here. And if you just think about an S, kind of, it doesn't have to be perfect, because it's still gonna, so I can just start like right here and come down. But if you do it in a pencil, at least you can erase it if you don't like what you just did. And I would have erased that, but it's okay. I'm going to knock all my pencils down. Okay, so now like that. You could maybe think of it more of a little wavy line, like that. Should we get one more in there? I'm thinking about the other side. We could. We could make this one go all the way down. And this time we'll try to make it thinner. Because this is to represent the grass turning. And I found that most of these in the book is a number 5. So we got one right here. Like that. So that's not too difficult. I have a pretty big desk, but you know what? It gets smaller and smaller and smaller. Okay. I had all my colors laying right here. Well, shoot. I was going to color these in. Let me see. Maybe I put them in here. They're just 2 greens. Dark green and light green. Sorry. Alright, so let's grab, I think this is the moss green. Looks like it. And it is somewhere laying on my desk, I thought. So all I did was come in with this spring green. Better. Wow, that put a sharp point. And I just colored one side like that. Then I came in with the moss green. I didn't use the moss green. What color did I use then? Lemon peel, maybe? Let's try this one. No. I bet you it was the apple green. That looks like it. Apple green and spring green. And I just went right over the top of the whole thing. It's hard to see with that. And I gave this a good little coat. like that. And I came in. I still don't think this is exactly the same color. But it will work. When I find it, I can come back over it. Oops, I went to the wrong side. But I go back over the top of that light green too. And it just kind of blends it really nice all together. I was heading for the other side. So I'm giving it a good little coat. So that it'll show through. Because I want them to kind of blend, but I still want to keep that light color. Let me sharpen this one. I had that other color laying here all morning. But the main thing is that it's two different colors. One's a little darker than the other. And then just go over both of them. And you can see that they you just want it to show up. Because it's the light hitting this side as the grass is twisting. It still would hit the same side. You just want to color it in real good. But you can see by using the number 5, it looks like it could have been here in the page when you got the book. Because if you get bigger, it's going to look odd. So some of them, I think, use a 3 and some of them use a 5. Whoops. I went a little too far on that one. When I find the right color, I'll come back and fix my grass. Because this is still not the same color. And to be honest, I don't even know what color it could have been. You know how you do, you just start in. And this is real simple. And this is, it just, doesn't it add a lot to this picture? And then you can just do whatever else you want to put down here. But I just kind of wanted to seaweed grass growing from the bottom up. We always see it floating on the top, but where did it come from? Does it just grow in clumps like that? I don't know. But we do know that there's a lot of grass that grows from the bottom of the sea up. Or ponds or wherever the fishing is. So I just thought you would enjoy seeing how I did this part. And it's just a twisting of the grass as it's and then we can put some chalk in the background if we want to when we get done. I did put little gold dots all over there, which we'll bring over on this side. Just representing little bubbles coming up. I thought it was pretty. We get this grass done. So when we get all done, if we want to do the chalk, we can, because we can go around the fish even if they're not quite dry. Or this little fish. But I do want to use some of my acrylic paint. In the fish. Now that I've colored it. And I made it similar to the other fish. Just kind of swap the colors around a little bit. Which I don't think I've seen anybody do much with these two fish except for coloring them. I just like to get creative with the background. Something more than just filling it in. And the filling in is beautiful too. I like both. I'm not saying anything one way or the other about that, but we're gonna paint this fish with the same colors that we used on the other side. And then we're going to do some dotting on him. And then we'll do the chalk background on him. So isn't that pretty? I just love it. I thought it really, and now that I'm at my pencils, somewhere I stuck that pencil. Or maybe it rolled on the ground, or maybe it's under something. I don't know. But it was here. Okay, so let's move on. I'm going to bring out my little brush. Doesn't say anything on here, but I think this is like an 03. And I think this was a royal, but you can find little tiny brushes. This one here is even better. This is another royal. And a lady says, I cut out all of them, but just a few little hair, maybe 6 little hairs. And I'll show you how well that works. So we're going to do some dotting and we're going to do some painting. And we're going to use the same ones that we used yesterday in our little fish. And you can see where I've already done the green, the gold, and the well, the first one I wanted to do is this little line here. And I'll tell you, I've seen some in Amazon, some tiny little brushes for fingernails or for eyeliner. You get a whole bunch of them, which would probably be cheaper, and they'd probably last pretty good. One secret to your little brushes, especially the smaller ones, is rotate. Keep turning them in your hand, and it will help keep it from getting that bent over look. See, that one is, but a lot of times at the very tip, it gets it ends up getting bent over. And then you can only paint one direction with them. And another thing you can do is take, we used to take a bar of soap, but you can take some kitchen liquid soap and put it on them and just form your little brush to go straight. And that always works out real well. Okay, now where'd my jug of water go? There we go. I'm just going to use a Kleenex to wipe my brush off. Okay, so now let's start having a little bit of fun. We've done this part, so let's pull out the peacock blue. And I know somebody's going to say something mean. Nobody ever says anything mean to me on here. I thank you all for being so kind. You're always so kind. That I shouldn't use the lids, but I do. You can take a little plastic bottle cap lid and put it over your bottle of paint, and it'll keep that from drying out. But when I'm doing just little tiny things, I just use my lid. And I wanted to use up some of my acrylic paints. They've been sitting there for a while again. I had to put some water in, shake them up, stir them up, bring them back to life before they dry up and be nothing. I know some of my paints I've had for a lot of years. And as long as I keep them a little bit of water and shake them up real good and stir them up real good, they come back to life, and they stay that way for quite a while again. And they don't lose any of their strength. So we should have started up here, which I am going to move upward. So just whatever you want to do. These little fish are fun because you've got a lot of choices of playing around with them. Let's see, we left. It was the top one, okay. Not that you'd ever find it, but you try to make them even. And it's just fun. I thought this was just going to be a fun mix it up media. Coloring for the joy of it. Okay, why don't we do these? This little tiny brush works so nice. Just put your little finger down someplace where it's not going to be in the pile of paint somewhere. And it'll just give your hand a little stability. Okay. Let's switch to that green. Where is that lime green? Bright green. Let's see. I shake it because then it gets more paint in the lid. Okay. And if your hand isn't that steady, use the end of your paintbrush or some sticks or your pencils, or you can use the pointy end of a pencil. Little tiny spots you can use a needle. If you start looking, you're going to find things if you don't have any of the tools. It's just fun to watch it start taking shape and the colors start. If you got a hair dryer, you can dry it so that you're not getting your hand in it. And just because you put it down, you can take a Q-tip or a Kleenex and wipe it back off. And if it doesn't all come off, just wet your Q-tip a little bit, and you got it on this wax. Or, yeah, we used wax pencils. Okay. let's turn it around a little bit. I have to be careful not to spill my paints. They're not like a jar of pencils I can knock over and... Okay. There we go. Let's see, what else did we do? We filled in these little guys. Oh, and this one, whoops. Go get my eyes checked. I'm wanting to get really close. That usually means you're not seeing so good. Your brush starts getting clumpy, just clean it off. Start again. Okay, we did this. Like that. Did these two. I do have certain brushes that I only use with acrylics and certain brushes I only use with watercolors. So if you go and buy a little watercolor brush, don't use it with your acrylic paint. Save it for just your watercolors. Let's see, we got this little guy here too. Okay, I think we got everything that we painted with this one. Then we used a little bit of this kind of pinky color. Okay, what can we color with this? Well, for sure we could do these little things. Maybe inside this one. We didn't know what to do with that one anyway. And we could do inside of these. We'll just work our way down this fish. Like that. So let's do the same on this side. I think we'll do the same on these and these. We'll just keep switching back and forth. And we'll put a little bit of that in there with dotting, maybe tiny, tiny. We'll see. And it just lifted his little light right up. Oh, where's that one? Over there. Okay, let's do this one. And where is here? Okay. I'm looking to see. Okay. I think. Okay. Okay. All right, so we need a smaller one for that one. Let's try this gold, see if it's brighter. It might be. Let's shake it up. It didn't get much in the lid. This one is splendid gold, and that one is glorious gold. Okay, let's try this one. Let's see if it isn't a better. Let me find the right size. There's a little fat one. Let's try it. I can't tell that it's I think it's lighter. The other one's a little more brassy. And this one. I was watching this one lady today, and she's a more of a portrait pencil artist. Beautiful. And she was talking about blending. She said the secret truly is whatever way that your last top coat, whatever way that you colored, if you went up and down, then go back and forth. And she said it definitely will make a difference, which I've found that myself, but I don't always do it. Sometimes I forget. So I just thought I would mention that. Anybody's having trouble. Okay, where did we leave off? There we are. At least these you can go back over the top of them if you don't make them. Let's try doing this. It's kind of fun with this fish being so have so many cool places to put your dots. And there really is no right or wrong to it. You just continue to. Okay. I'm sure we'll find more places as we go along. I want to bring some of this light teal in. I'm get a drink of my tea. keep it on a little warmer plate. That way it stays warm for me. I like that. All right, so where are we going to put this? Okay, well, we could go dot, 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 dot. Dot, 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 dot. Go one more there. We could do down there. 1, 2. 1, 2. I just love making dots. I think it's fun, it's relaxing. The neighbor's dog is out and about. It's getting pretty, huh? Just thinking where else could we put some of this color, but I think we'll just wait on that one. And we just need to do something in here, here, here. What should we do in there? What about, let's see if I have a dark purple. Let's see if that's going to work. I can't remember if that was yay or nay. All right, so it's watching my arm so I don't put my arm in anything. Since my daughter isn't as big as that dot, I'm just going to go in a little circle. This is a dark purple. Just looking, checking. I don't know if maybe along his tail. What if we did a little bit in between these dots? You can quit at any time. I go back over the one that was left small. We can make those small like that. And then maybe here. Do the little walk the dog. I think I want to bring some of the red down. Change. I'm going to wipe off the side where I stirred it up. It's really kind of a peachy pink. Not really red. But it adds to our little fish, I think. I wanted to do this. Okay. Beginning to get colorful. Okay. I'm going to take the dark purple. Fill this in. Just keep pulling that color right up there. And keep my hands off the paper. But if you're doing this at home, just stop and dry it with your hot air gun or hair dryer, and it will keep you from putting your hands in it. And if you wanted to do this, you can buy little sets off of Amazon of colors or Walmart, Folk Art. Used to be able to get some of that for a little nothing. But not too much anymore. I was looking for those over here, and we don't have them. Up here. So maybe we'll do these to tie it in. Like that. Just take your time. Go slow. But even doing it this way, the pencils and the acrylic paint, they work well together. Okay, looking, I knew there was some here. Okay, you can see I put my finger in that, so I do not want to put it anyplace else. I better wipe it off of my finger. Just in case. think I'll use the little dots on that one. Get a little smaller. And you're done whenever you say you're done. Okay. So I want to do something with these. So I think we're going to go with the gold and paint it or something. Looks like I got a little hair on there. I'll have to flip this book and do the same to the other side. I think I missed some things. Okay. This is the green metallic. So I'm just thinking I need to do something here. This one is just the right thickness to just be easy to work with. When your paint is fresh, it's so much easier. Did I get everything on this side? I think we did pretty good. Let's flip it around the other side. Oh, that's looking pretty. That's looking really pretty. Okay. Let's see. I know these were the green. You got to be careful if your paint's wet not to pull. Because you'll pull all those colors into this too. What do you think? I'm thinking I like it. I'm liking it a lot. I think we're going to do these little guys. And by coloring my whole fish, that way I can decide what I want to leave and what I want to. That kind of ties it all together, huh? All right. We might do a few more dots on the tail with that green. It's pretty. So we did the gold. I think I used the other gold, but I'm going to use this one. It's brighter. And he had a little dot in his eye over there. I better put that. Okay. We had some spots where we did this dark purple. And we did the inside and the outside of these. I'm just looking for spots to brighten up, you know. I do want to do the little dots on his face. Let's see. I just kind of did them here, there, and everywhere, huh? I liked how that turned out. Oh, I think they're really pretty. I hope you guys like them. I hope you'll try this. Just fun to add to your color books, especially if you already got all this stuff. They got sweet little faces now, huh? Okay. I think we're almost done. I wanted to add some put a little red in here. Yeah, that brings it to life a little more. Not as much space on this side. That's better. For me, it is. Okay. And I was thinking just down in here a little bit. That kind of disappears. Let's don't do that one. Maybe we'll bring in our teal. Let's see if I have just a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay. I got to do all the little gold dots over here. I don't think I'm going to put a chalk back around. I think this looks pretty good by itself. I think it stands on its own. But if you wanted to, you could put like an aqua background or something in it. But I kind of like it like it is. I think we're done. Let's see what you think. Let's get it up a little higher. And that's fish 1 and fish 2. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. And thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And if nobody's told you today that they care about you, let me tell you, I do. I appreciate each and every one of you. And hello to all of our new subscribers. You're just coming in. I just thank you very much for subscribing and for supporting me. So all of you have a good day.